What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic: shocker. Ryan Garcia blames Victor Conte and Bill Haney conspiracy for his failed PED test. Let's chop it up and see what it's all about. Okay, boxing fans, let's talk some boxing. We're gonna chop it up. So we're back again to this Ryan Garcia failed PED test. We're not gonna waste a lot of time. I'm gonna go ahead and go straight to the videotape. We're gonna run some receipts here. So let's take a quick look at this.
All the people he's talking shit about you, what can you tell?
Yeah, fuck them all, bro. They're all trying to take my victory away. This is some bull fucking shit, bro. I've never seen a bigger inside job in my life. Do your research. These mother... Yes, I am. They are fucking trying to take my victory away from me. I don't know why. They see a Mexican on top and they want to take him down. It's
They mention that you are not fucking Mexican.
Yeah,
Tell the people that you have a Mexican blood.
Mexico, cabrones. It's fucking me corazón. It's in my blood. In my
Your mom
veins.
posted on social
Come on,
media.
now, I'm the best.
Your mom
What are
posted
you
on
willing
social
to do
media
in
every
order
single
to
day.
prove that you
Whatever. Fucking take a piece of my hair. I'll piss in the
You
cup
did the
right
B
now.
sample, right?
Bro,
Are
yeah,
you
of course
requesting it?
Of course I'm requesting.
That's what we're talking about.
But who's to say if they didn't take the A sample, they won't take the B sample? Come on, at the end of the day, this is bullshit. It's an inside fucking job. Victor Conte literally helped create VADA. Look it up. And this dude got banned from baseball, but we let him in boxing? What kind of bullshit is that? Snack is fucking gross. First of all, I remember I did work with them just for a fucking, some payment back in the day. But guess what? I never even took them fucking supplements because I always felt like it was cheating. These motherfuckers are known cheaters. They know how to cheat. They know how to mask. And guess what? They know how to taint shit because they just taint my greatest victory. But isn't it funny that everybody popped for Ostarine? Why is it that everybody pops for Ostarine? Come on, man. This is an inside fucking job.
Yeah. Canelo Jaime. Who's gonna win? Canelo.
Okay, there it is. So, several things we need to say about that whole situation there, that whole scene that he just pulled right there. Uh, Looking at the scene and looking at what Ryan just said, unfortunately, I don't believe a word he's saying. I mean, he just looks like he's out and out lying there. I mean, he's blaming Victor Conte, okay, when they asked him about the B sample, did he request the B sample as yet? He said, yeah, he's going to request it. And then he goes on to say, well, if they contaminated the A sample, why can't they contaminate the B sample as well? So he's making excuses ahead of time to cover, because he knows that the B sample is going to come back positive because, it's the same sample. I mean, it's not like they're changing the sample, right? So it's the same. They take the A sample and the B sample from the same sample, right? So he knows he's coming back positive. So here he is trying to make excuses ahead of time. So at the end of the day, I just think I try to give Ryan Garcia the benefit of the doubt, but the more I hear him open his mouth and start talking, the more I think he's lying. And this whole Victor Conte conspiracy with Bill Haney is just very convenient, and it doesn't make sense whatsoever. I don't see it. I mean, trying to play on Victor Conte's reputation from way back 30 years ago. I mean, that's basically what he's doing. He's trying to drum up like opposition, saying, "Oh, yeah, well, this guy used to cheat, and so he must be cheating." No, I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I think that Ryan Garcia, is playing games here. Now, the funny thing about this whole thing is that at first he said it was he could have got it from Ashwaganda or something to that effect, right? And he did a video where he's praising and thanking Ashwaganda for giving for helping his left hook. And then now it's a new narrative now. It's Victor Conte and Bill Haney conspiracy. They're trying to cheat. They're trying to taint his victory. Then he starts playing the Mexican card. They see a Mexican fighter. I mean, what the hell is all that about? I mean, this whole thing is just suspect. And the more Ryan open his mouth is the more suspect he gets, and so at this point, it's very difficult to believe anything he's saying because he seems to be lying straight up. And then at the end of the day, we have to take a look to what the fact that you know he's coming from the Reynoso camp, okay, the Eddie Reynoso camp. He used to be a part of that camp. And what's the common denominator between the three fighters that we're looking at right now? Valdez, Garcia, and Alvarez. What's the common denominator between these three fighters? They all got popped. They all popped dirty, and they are from the same camp, basically. Now that Garcia is not in the Reynoso camp anymore. He's now in Derek James. He's working with Derek James now. But I mean, come on, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So and then this whole thing about he would even know where to get steroids. I mean, anybody know where to get steroids. All you have to do is type in steroids on the internet. I mean, so this whole, so everything this guy is saying, oh, he wouldn't even know where to get steroids. It's a lie. All you have to do is type in steroids on the internet and you on Google, and you have 1,000 different type of steroids. So this whole, I'm afraid that Ryan is becoming more suspect as the time goes by. It looks like he actually did cheat. I mean, here he is. He came in overweight, which is a form of cheating. Okay, basically. I mean, in the sense that Devin Haney had to work hard, right? The kingpin, he had to work hard to make weight. Now I'm pretty sure that Devin Haney doesn't make weight 140 any easier than Ryan Garcia. I think they both probably struggle to make that weight, right? Maybe Garcia a little bit more. I don't know because he's not as dedicated to the to working out as we all saw on the lead up to the fight. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty difficult for Devin to make weight. So here you have Devin making weight, and this guy comes in 3 pounds over, not 1 pound, not 3 pounds overweight. Okay. Now at the end of the day, yes, the Haneys did go along with it, but I'm pretty sure if they knew or they had any suspicion that this guy was a PED cheat, they wouldn't have went along with that fight. Okay, and I wouldn't have blamed them. So right now, Ryan Garcia is basically guilty until proven innocent based on the samples. And from what I'm hearing, he didn't just test positive for Ostarine, but he also tested positive for a second substance as well. Where did he get that from? Aspirin. So if it's, I mean, ashwaganda. I mean, at this point, Ryan Garcia, it's not looking good for him at all. I'm starting to think that he did cheat, and the test did come back positive, and it is what it is. And again, he comes from a camp who has a history of that of drug use, and like I said in my previous video, you know, when Canelo popped dirty, he blamed it on meat. When Valdez popped dirty, he blamed it on herbal tea. And now that Ryan popped dirty, he's blaming it on ashwaganda. And then, when that didn't work, he started with this whole conspiracy business. So, all of the excuses for popping dirty sound familiar and sound similar, okay? And so, I mean, at the end of the day, you just have to look at the facts and come to a conclusion. And the facts are he failed the test. All this talk about a conspiracy between Bill. I mean, just think about that for a second. So Bill Haney and Victor Conte is gonna go uh, conspire together to cheat Ryan Garcia, who Bill Haney thought his son was going to watch Ryan Garcia anyway. They weren't worried about Ryan Garcia. So why would they need to cheat when they already thought they were going to win by a landslide or by a knockout? Okay, so this whole idea that Bill Haney and Victor Conte was conspired together to frame him. I mean, the whole thing is uh, it's like a fantasy. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't see any merit in it whatsoever. And why would Victor Conte and Bill Haney go to those lengths? Do you know what they'd have to go to try and frame Ryan Garcia? I mean, the whole thing, but again, Victor Conte has a history that goes back like 30 something years. So, uh, it's convenient to say, oh, yeah, well, this guy used to be a cheat, so he's cheating and, it's him. So, yeah, this whole thing is suspect. And to me, it's a joke. Ryan Garcia needs to just come clean. If he's trying to say that he didn't do the drugs and they was introduced into the system some other kind of way, he needs to prove how that was done. Okay, we all know it's not ashwaganda. All this talk about Bill Haney and Victor Conte conspiring is ridiculous, and people should take it for what it is. It's totally ridiculous. I see people like uh, showbiz, the adults out there talking about trace amounts. I mean, this is another ridiculous talking point. Okay, it's either the drug is either in your system or it's not in your system. If it's in your system, it's in your system. Whether it's a little amount or a lot amount, it's all nonsense about talking about trace amounts. It's not gonna be, you know, uh, people are cycling off and off of these drugs. So, when you catch it, you're not going to catch it, the full amount like when they just took it or whatever. They probably was cycling off of it. But he got caught out there. So at the end of the day, I think Ryan Garcia needs to come clean because it's not looking good for him. And, the longer he goes on with this thing, trying to blame other people and trying to, uh, malign people's character, like this guy is maligning Victor Conte, he's maligning Bill Haney and Devin Haney's characters by saying they cheated when he's the one that popped dirty. I mean, this is crazy. Ryan Garcia popped dirty, but he's saying that Devin Haney and Bill Haney's cheating. All right, they're cheating because they're trying to set him up. So yeah, Ryan Garcia, it is what it is. He comes from a long line of cheaters. Okay, people that pop dirty. He used to be in their camp, and he's not in their camp anymore. But that's his origins. So it is what it is at this point. So it looks like they need to this. I don't know how they're gonna do this. They need to erase this from Devin Haney's record, and then have a rematch. Okay, so I don't think they're gonna fight again. Probably even because Ryan Garcia probably not gonna want to fight, or maybe Devin Haney, doesn't think that he should fight him again because he's a cheater, and I don't really blame him at the end of the day. But man, this is bad news for Ryan. I mean, this is not gonna. This is not going down good for Ryan Garcia at all. Now you have a lot of people out there who are basically, supporting Ryan Garcia and taking up for him. Most of these people, we all know who they are, what they are about. Okay, uh, it's everybody but the black guy again. Okay, so at this point, Ryan Devin Haney got to walk on water. Okay, for him to get any credit for anything. And even when the next fighter is cheating, they're still trying to blame Devin Haney and not give him credit for it, and trying to accept these flimsy excuses that Ryan Garcia is coming up with. I mean, none of the stuff he's saying makes any sense whatsoever. I mean, it's ridiculous. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna make this a long video. I'm gonna leave it there. I think I've said enough. Basically, I think Ryan Garcia's whole storyline and narrative is falling apart. It's nonsense. I believe. I don't think anybody set him up. I think he, the drugs in the system, how it got in there, we're gonna find out eventually. I would think. But at this point, trying to blame Victor Conte and Bill Haney as some kind of conspiracy because he's supporting Donald Trump and all this nonsense is just pure bull. And he's just making excuses. And the more he makes excuses, the more I think that he's guilty. And anybody with any common sense will come to the same conclusion at the end of the day. So with that said, people, I'm gonna leave it there. This is TBE Boxing saying, I'm out.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That's life before riches, huh? And I got the glitzy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.